Hi everyone, and welcome back to Half Magic Tarot. Today's pick a card reading is all about who your soulmate is. So when I say your soulmate, I'm specifically talking romantic here. I do think that you have destined relationships, like soul bonds with other people that are platonic or other kinds of relationships, but this one specifically is romantic. So if that's not for you, I have other videos that don't have to do with romance, but I think a lot of you probably really want to hear about who your soulmate is. So there are 4 piles to choose from. I suggest choosing the pile that sparks a memory in you. So for example, I would choose pile for the King of Pentacles because the tower in the back of the card looks exactly like this abandoned hotel that was near the house that I used to live in. So feel free to go ahead and pause the video now to select your pile. I will put the timestamps in the description down below. Thank you. If you selected pile 1, the King of Wands, welcome to your reading. Your tarot cards are the Lovers, the Hierophant, the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and Judgment. For your love oracle cards, we got Clock and Soulmates. Okay, my pile ones, so let's get into your soulmate. I'm going to focus on personality, looks, their behavior towards you, things like that. So let's start with the first card in your tarot spread, the Lovers. So immediately, this is a divine relationship. This is somewhere where you feel really seen, where you feel like you are 2 sides of the same coin. You have a lot of shared similar experiences. You have similar values, and you find it really easy to communicate with each other. And something that I'm hearing specifically while looking at this card, if you look closely at the imagery, the angel that this couple is standing in front of has this cloak on that to me looks like a mountain. And so I'm hearing that for you and your soulmate, for this person, you are able to take any obstacles you're facing, anything that's blocking your path, and you're able to turn it into something that is a shared experience for both of you, something that you use to strengthen your bond. And for them by themselves, this is also a trait they have. They're very resilient people, and so they might have had more hardships in their life than the average person, but they're very good at using those experiences as a way to say that they made me more, they gave me a stronger range of emotional depth, and they've given me the ability to be more empathetic when it comes to my relationships with other people. So this person is very resilient, they're a good communicator, and they have a lot in common with you. Next up, we have the Hierophant, which is the card of Taurus. So I'm hearing that this person could be a Taurus or have very prominent Taurus placements in their chart, specifically Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And with the Hierophant, I'm hearing that they could be religious or spiritual or have been raised in a religious or spiritual environment. But I'm hearing more that they have kind of a traditional life path. So they've done everything kind of by the book in whatever your culture is. So for example, I am American. So this person, if they're American, they probably graduated high school and then they went to college and they got their degree and then they got a job and now they're like looking to be in a relationship, and then they want to get engaged and they want to get married and then they want to have a kid. Like they want, step by step the life of that's kind of been told that they should have, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, there's a reason why most people do that or have that, because that's how most people like it. But I'm hearing that this person is pretty traditional, including in the way that they approach relationships. So if this person is more masculine, or the more masculine person between you and them, they're going to be the type of people who want to be the first to ask you out. They want to be the one who plans the dates, who pays for things, who kind of takes charge on the planning and the initiation of the relationship. If they're more feminine, they want to be more taken care of. They want you to approach them and ask them. They want you to be very romantic. There's a sense of chivalry here, or being on the receiving end of chivalry. So this person does like to take the traditional steps of a romantic relationship before they fully commit or while they're fully committed. And I'm also hearing with this Page of Pentacles in the middle of your spread, this person could be younger than you, or they just appear really youthful in their day-to-day life. So I'll give you an example. Do you guys know the actor Matthew Gray Gubler? He's on the TV show Criminal Minds. If you don't know, just Google a picture. But I think he's like in his 40s, and there's something about both his appearance and his energy that makes him seem a lot younger than he actually is. And that's the kind of appearance or vibe that your soulmate could be giving off. And I'm also hearing that even if this person is not younger than you, they might be more inexperienced than you when it comes to romantic relationships. So they're really having to prove themselves to you. I feel like in some way you're more mature than them, or you're more experienced than this person, which is not to say that they're immature or they're, not prepared for the relationship. But I do think when you first consider coming into union with this person, you're going to be a little bit skeptical because you are not really sure if they're going to be able to prove themselves. But the thing about the Page of Pentacles is this person's a really hard worker, and they're very eager to impress. So I do think, especially with the Hierophant here, this person will be very eager to follow the, steps that have been laid out for them, the steps to be like an ideal dating partner. And especially with the Lovers here also, this person is just a very good communicator. They have a lot of romance, and they will be approaching you with that. I'm also hearing that they are pretty casual dressers, so nothing too crazy. They probably wear a lot of neutral colors, like browns, whites, beiges. Their style is not, exceptionally noticeable, really. They really blend in, but they look comfortable. Like, they look like a teddy bear, you know what I mean? Like, you just see them and you're like, I would love to like cuddle up into this person right now because they look so comfortable. And with this Ace of Swords next in your spread, I am hearing that this person is very honest, which is maybe something that you are not used to in romantic relationships, because they're also very forthcoming. So this person doesn't leave you guessing about what they're thinking or what they're feeling. If you ask them, they will just straight up tell you, and they don't really like sugarcoat their words. And this goes hands in hand with the Lovers. So I'm also hearing that this person could be a Gemini, or could have very strong Gemini placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in their natal chart. But I'm hearing that they're very good communicators. One of their ways of flirting with you is probably just having like a little bit of a banter or like a friendly debate with you. They are really smart. I heard perpetual student, so I'm picking up both with the Hierophant and this Page of Pentacles and this Ace of Swords. This person could be in education in some way, so they could be a teacher, professor, or they could be in school still, or they could have gone to school for a really long time. Like, they could have a master's degree or a doctorate or something like that. But this person comes across as very intelligent, and they like to discuss their interests with you, and they like to hear about your interest. And finally, with this Judgment card at the end of your spread, I'm hearing that they can be someone that really, your connection with them is something that propels you towards your life purpose. So it could be that they really help you come to terms with what you want to do, and they help you facilitate that. So maybe when you're together, let's say you're in a job that you really don't like, and they encourage you to follow your dreams, even if it means taking a pay cut, because they will help supplement your income together. Or it could be that they really encourage you to take this chance on a thing that you've been talking about for a while, but you really haven't had the full motivation to do. They're just very supportive people, and they're going to push you to follow your dreams. And I'm also hearing that for some of you, you might have some mental health issues or some unresolved trauma. And with this Ace of Swords and this Judgment together, I'm hearing that this is something that your soulmate is going to work on with you. So they're really invested in your healing, and they don't like it when you dwell on negativity, or you kind of let yourself sink into the sadness. Because I think when you're alone, for those of you who this applies to, and you start feeling all of these unresolved things, or you remember something that really upsets you, it's hard for you to bring yourself back out of that, or kind of put it into perspective of where you are today and how removed from it you are. And so this person, with this Judgment card, I'm hearing that it's very important to them to help you move into a period of healing and into a more positive mindset. So like, if you have a bad day, sometimes when you have a bad day and maybe nothing really like super terrible happened, maybe it's just a bunch of little things, like you forgot to pack a lunch, and you had a lot to do at work, or you had a lot to do at school, and you didn't like your outfit, whatever, just a bunch of little things. Maybe you are the kind of person who's like, now my whole day is ruined. I feel so upset. My life is terrible. And they're the kind of person who's going to be like, okay, but this is not something that you're going to think about like in 2 days. I know that it sucks right now, but it's already behind you. There's nothing that you could have done to change it. All we can do is try to make ourselves happy, try to feel happy, and move forward. And I think this person is going to really remind you of that. That's going to be kind of their approach to your relationship, because they just want you to be happy, baby. And with the pile marker, you chose this King of Wands. I am hearing that, once again, this person is pretty resilient. I think this specific lizard that is on the King of Wands card is one that is said maybe in mythology. I don't know if this is true or not, that they can be in fire and come out unscathed. So that goes with what I was saying with the Lovers, where I feel like this person is very resilient and good at overcoming obstacles. I also feel that way here, and I feel like that's why they're so good at being able to talk you down when you're worked up about something. And I'm also hearing that this person could be exceptionally attractive. I mean, I think we will all find our soulmates attractive, but your person is hot generally, like other people think that they're hot. And I am also hearing that this person is pretty creative. And with what I said with the Hierophant, where I said they're pretty traditional when it comes to their approach to relationship, with this King of Wands, this person is kind of a leader and a go-getter. So that's kind of doubling it down for me, especially if you are interested in more masculine people, then this person is definitely the type to take charge in the relationship. They'll be the first to ask you out. They'll be the one to plan dates. They'll be the one to initiate things. And that brings us to our love oracle cards. So the first card we have is Clock, which says, need time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal, progress. So this goes with the Judgment and the Ace of Swords that I said before. I think this person is going to be very pivotal in your healing journey. They're going to be a very healing presence in your life, and that is going to be one of the major things that draws you to them, is how empathetic and how affectionate and how wise they seem when it comes to matters that you have struggled with, because they have this background where they probably have also had a lot of traumatic experiences, or they've just had a lot of difficult things that they've had to overcome. And they want to help you and help you cultivate the same level of resilience that they have. And for your next card, we have Soulmates, which says soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. So I know this is it's funny that this popped out because I did just ask who's, pile one soulmate. And so we got the card Soulmate. So just another confirmation that this person is your soulmate. And that goes with the Lover's card to me, because the Lover's card is a card of soulmates. It's a card of divine partnership, two hearts that beat as one. Shout out to Stacy Q. All right, my pile ones, that is it for your reading. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I put out a new video once a week. Thank you. Take care. If you selected pile 2, the King of Swords, welcome to your reading. Your tarot cards are the Magician, the Hermit, the World, the Ace of Wands, and the Five of Cups. For your love oracle cards, we got the Phoenix and Talking. Okay, my pile 2s, so let's learn all about your soulmate. The first card in your tarot spread is the Magician. So I'm hearing that this person is really good at taking their ideas, and they have a lot of ideas because this person is very intelligent, and they're someone who approaches problems logically, and so they're always thinking of solutions to things. They're very good at taking these ideas for solutions they have and making them reality. They're very good at manifesting what they're interested in. They come across as very competent. They're probably in a leadership position, or they work their way up the ladder at their workplace very quickly. A lot of them could be like science-y types or writers of some kind, or that could be their hobbies on the side. And the next card in this spread is a Hermit. So I'm hearing that this person's not shy, but they are very introverted, and they're very careful about who they let become close to them. They're not someone who has like a ton of friends, but the friends they do have, I'm hearing they're very close to, because it takes a lot for them to open up in that capacity. And they don't really come off as friendly, which is, they're not mean, but they don't come across as welcoming. I'm hearing that a lot of people are intimidated by them at first, and so maybe you are as well. But this person actually has a lot going on like in their head. They're definitely a lot more emotional than other people realize, because I think they can come off as kind of detached and just overly logical, but the truth is they have a lot of emotion kind of going on under the surface, and they're always thinking about their feelings, analyzing them. And I'm also hearing with this specific image for the Hermit, where this person is kind of opening their laptop, I'm hearing that for some of you, this person approaches you first online. But either way, they're kind of scared to talk to you, because they are very introverted, and it takes a lot for them to take a chance on someone. And they're kind of like waiting for a sign from you is what I'm hearing. So if you don't already know this person, or if you do, this could be, something in the future where maybe they're interested in you for a while, but you're not really sure how they feel about you because they come across as really intimidating. And then, but actually they're like waiting by the phone, waiting to see if you'll text them back or answer their DM or whatever. And in the middle of your spread, we have the World. So as far as appearance, regardless of the gender presentation or identity of your soulmate, this person kind of has, like, if they're primarily feminine, they have a lot of masculine traits. If they're primarily masculine, they have a lot of feminine traits. They have something kind of androgynous about their look. So maybe if they're a woman, maybe they dress like Annie Hall. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. It's this old movie, and the main character, Annie Hall, wears a lot of like men's wear, and if it's a man, they just have like feminine features. Maybe they have really like delicate, kind of rounded facial structure, or they wear things that are traditionally associated with femininity, like maybe they have makeup, or they wear a lot of jewelry, or they paint their nails, maybe they wear skirts, something like that. And I'm also hearing with this world card that this person is most likely completely different ethnicity than you, or they grew up in another country. And I'm also hearing that this person will really enjoy traveling with you. I think they really like learning about new cultures, and so that's something that you two would do together, is travel. And not just short trips. Like, I'm hearing specifically that this person wants to visit other countries. And for a very select few of you, I'm hearing that this person is a musician. Specifically, they play drums in some capacity, but it could be that maybe drums aren't their main thing. Maybe they just know how to do that a little bit, and then they play another instrument. And on this world card, in the four corners, we have different zodiac signs. And I'm hearing very strongly that this person could be an Aquarius, because we have the symbol for Aquarius on this card, and the pile marker you chose, King of Swords, is representative of Aquarius. Or they could have a prominent Aquarius placement in the chart, so Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And I'm also hearing that this person could be, to a lesser extent, a Scorpio or a Leo, or have Scorpio or Leo placements. And the next card in your spread is this Ace of Wands, which is all about kind of igniting a creative spark. So I think because this person is really intelligent, and they like to learn about new places and stuff, I feel like they really expand your like mental horizons. They really like discussing new ideas with you. They really are supportive of your dreams and of your ideas. And they're really interested in doing things that neither of you have done before together. So, for example, this is the kind of person who'd be like, you know what we should do on a date? We should go to this town that's like an hour away and go to the museum there, or we should go have a picnic on the beach, or, just things that you haven't done before. I'm hearing some of them are even like more adventurous than that. Like they could ask you to go skydiving and things like that. That's something you're interested in, but definitely they're interested in creating new experiences with you, because I think their approach to the world is they just want to like consume as much of it as possible. They want to know as much as possible. They want to have as many experiences as possible. They want to feel everything. And so the way that they want to grow their relationship with you is to be able to share those new experiences with you, because to them that's pretty sacred, and that makes you more enveloped in their life. And finally, with the last card in your spread being this Five of Cups, I'm hearing that although this person does come off as very logical and detached to people that don't know them that well, they really are emotional underneath. And I'm hearing that a lot of them have experienced some kind of grief. I'm mostly hearing like loss of someone that's close to them, so maybe a family member or a friend that they had that passed away. And it does make them a little sad, but I think it's also part of the reason why they want to experience as much as possible, because I think they felt like this person passed away prematurely and they didn't get to experience all of the things that they wanted to. So I feel like part of them is doing it on behalf of this person, but they do get sad sometimes in private. And I think that's also why they have this hermit energy, where they don't really extend themselves to other people that frequently. I think they're pretty guarded when it comes to their heart, because they don't want to become invested in someone that they're going to lose again. And I think that this grief really colors their perception of their day-to-day life, and there will be times when you feel like you have to comfort them and make them know that they are loved. But I don't think it's a huge deal necessarily. I think if anything, it just gives them kind of a layer of depth that once you kind of break past this hard exterior, you will find to be very intriguing, and it will make you love them and appreciate them more. And with your love oracle cards, we got the Phoenix. So this says new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. So I think this partially goes with this Ace of Wands, where they just want to experience new things, specifically with you. They are interested in growing and opening their minds, their hearts, their perceptions to new ideas, new ways of living with you. And I'm also hearing that this also goes with the Five of Cups, where they're trying to transform this grief into a drive to live life to the fullest. And also I'm getting a special message from this that for a lot of you, this is not someone that you have met yet. So this is a completely new person. And for your next love oracle card, we got talking, which says interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hoovering. So I actually didn't read this before I talked about the Hermit, so that goes hand in hand with that, where I said I feel like they're waiting on a message for you, or they kind of approach you like online first, or through text or email before they really start trying to hang out with you in person. So they kind of take baby steps where they're just trying to talk to you a little bit at a time and get to learn more about you. And they're trying to play it like super nonchalant. And I feel like you actually think they're nonchalant because of this kind of hardened exterior that they have, but really they're like waiting. they're checking their phone every 3 minutes, trying to figure out when you're going to text them back. And with the King of Swords as your pile marker, I'm hearing that, like I said, this person comes off as very logical and detached, but also if you look at this card on the top of the throne, there's a butterfly, and butterflies float through the air, which is representative of logic, but butterflies are also really beautiful. They're delicate. Some of them have see-through wings, so I feel like even though this person comes across as hard and attached, they actually are really delicate underneath with this Five of Cups energy, and they are very conscious of the way that their words come across. So even though they can be logical and they don't really like sugarcoat things necessarily, they're not interested in using that logic to be blunt or to upset someone's feelings. All right, that is it for my pile twos. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I put out a new video once a week. Thank you. Take care. If you selected pile 3, the King of Cups, welcome to your reading. Your tarot cards are the Chariot, Justice, the Five of Swords, the Moon in reverse, and the Six of Pentacles. For your love oracle cards, we got Date and Sunglasses. All right, my pile 3s, let's get into it. Who is your soulmate? Let's start off with the first tarot card in your spread, the Chariot. So immediately I'm hearing that this person is most likely a water sign. We have such strong water energy in this pile, so the pile marker you chose, the King of Cups, is representative of Scorpio. The Chariot represents Cancer, and the Moon card here, the Moon in astrology is the ruler of Cancer, and the Moon card itself is symbolic of Pisces. So we have all 3 water signs represented, but I'm hearing most strongly Cancer. So this person could be a Cancer, or they have a very strong Cancer placement in their natal chart. So that would be Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or it could be Scorpio or Pisces instead. But like I said, most strongly Cancer here. And so I'm hearing that this person, like a Cancer, Cancers, they're like totem animal, I don't know if that's the right term for that, is the crab, which has a hard shell, but they're really soft inside. And the Cancer is a cardinal sign. So I'm getting that this person is very driven and they know exactly what they want. They don't really change their minds that easily. They have their like morals and their values figured out. And if they think something is right, if they know something is correct morally or it's like the right thing to do, they really trust their gut on that and they follow their gut, and they're not afraid to ruffle a few feathers if it means standing up for something that they really believe in. And the reason why they believe in these things is because they're approaching the world like with their heart open. They really have a lot of empathy for other people and people that are in more like disparate circumstances than them. So for example, with the Chariot, I'm hearing specifically that this person could be like when they were in school, or if they are in school, if they saw someone being bullied, they would like stand up for them 100%. Even if it makes them kind of seem like they're ruining like the bully's fun or whatever, they're like, no, you're not going to treat someone poorly for like no reason in front of me. They just don't stand for that. And I think that's going to be something that you really admire about this person, is their ability to stand up even when it makes them seem like, even if everyone else is doing something that is like morally questionable, they're the single person who would stand up to it because they don't really care how they're being perceived if they know that what they're doing is morally correct. And also with the Chariot here, I'm hearing that this person is definitely very driven. They're the kind of person who maybe comes from circumstances where they didn't have a lot of opportunity. So maybe they had like a pretty poor family growing up, but they've really carved their own path. Like maybe they were the first person in their family to go to college, or they kind of got like they wanted a specific career when they were a kid and they got themselves there without really much assistance. So this person definitely is interested in making things happen for themselves. They're pretty independent. And next to the Chariot, we have Justice, which kind of goes hand in hand with what I just said, that they have a very strong sense of justice. They have a very strong moral constitution. I'm hearing that some of you could meet this person through like social justice causes. So at a protest, or you meet them online because you see that they're posting things that are related to like issues that you care about. And I think that this person, like I said, they just have a very strong sense of justice. They're very fair to everyone. They're not really the kind of person who would like cut you off for no reason. They definitely are, if someone upsets them, they're definitely interested in figuring out the why. Like, why did you do this? Why are you exhibiting this behavior? Is it because you're acting out because you're hurt? They really think that most of life's issues, most aggression that other people display, are the result of feeling misunderstood or not knowing where to place these feelings of anxiety or fear that they have. And so this makes this person really empathetic. I'm actually hearing that they could be like a therapist or something like that. They're just like very good listeners, is what I'm hearing. And with this 5 of Swords in the middle of your spread, like I said, they definitely are not afraid to stand up to people. And the 5 of Swords, specifically related to this, I feel like they have to defend you at some point. So maybe their family doesn't like you, or you have someone that you know who has treated you poorly, and they kind of make it known like, no, you're not going to treat this person like this because I care about them. They're very defensive and protective of you, and they're not afraid to choose someone out if they say something negative about you. And for most of you, I am hearing that this is something to do with one of their family members. So maybe like they're not really that close to their family, but still keep in contact with them. And then one of their family members, like after you come into union with this person, says something negative about you. And I'm hearing that they make it known, yeah, you're not going to talk poorly about them. Absolutely not going to happen. And something that's coming through appearance-wise here is that this person has short hair. So if they're masculine, they could have like a shaved head, could be like pretty close to their hair. If it's a feminine person, It could be like shoulder length or like a pixie cut, anything like that, but definitely hair on the shorter side. And I'm also hearing that this person could have grown up in a pretty cold location. So like if they're from the United States, because I think most of my viewers are American, this person probably grew up like in the north where it snows a lot, or they're from a country where it snows a lot and it's cold, because of all these people wearing jackets. The first three cards, they're all wearing jackets here, so I'm just picking that up, that this person has to kind of bundle up where they're from. At least they might have moved to where you are, where it might not be that snowy, but they're used to kind of being in the cold is what I'm hearing. And with this moon in reverse in your spread, so the moon upright is kind of about things that are hidden from us, but in reverse, I'm hearing that this person doesn't hide anything from you. Like they're very, very open, probably when you first meet. Like they're the kind of person where you meet them at a party or whatever, and then you're like bonding over your shared trauma, which I don't like recommend necessarily, because I think that's a good way to create like a bond with someone that's just based on you like desperately wanting to share like these details and find someone who feels the same way as you do without necessarily them having earned the trust to know that about you. But again, I mean, this is your soulmate, so I don't think they have any like nefarious intentions. I'm just telling you as advice for the future. You don't have to, divulge all of your secrets the first time you meet someone, but this person is that way. Like they meet you at a party and they're like, okay, so how's your relationship with your parents? But I think you like that. You like that they're really open and transparent with you. And something that I just heard looking at this card is legible. So they don't really leave you guessing about what their feelings are. They're very good at communicating what their feelings are. And this reminds me of, there's an article, I'll have to link it in the description, by Zadie Smith, and it's about the difference between Prince, the singer, his dancing, his performance style, and Michael Jackson's. And Prince is all about, like vibes. Like you leave a Prince concert and you can't really say like exact moves that he did, but you just know that you had a lot of fun and you knew what his like energy was. And then with Michael Jackson, I mean, everyone can recreate like a Michael Jackson dance move. People know that. It's very clear. Like he has signature things and they're all very crisp. And I'm hearing that this person, when it comes to their emotions, is giving Michael Jackson, like, you're not just going to be like, well, I feel like this happened. Like, from the vibes, they feel this way about me. Like, they're very, very clear. They do actions that say to you directly how they feel. So this is the kind of person who might, like, write you a poem or, like, a love letter. Or if they're a musician, they write, like, a song. Or they just tell you directly. Like, they're very good at communicating. And I think because that came up in my mind, I'm hearing that they could be like a big Prince or Michael Jackson fan, or they just listen to kind of older pop music like that a lot. And that's kind of hot. I would love to date a Prince fan. And finally, with the Six of Pentacles at the end of your spread, I'm hearing that this person is really generous. So, like I said, I'm hearing that for a lot of them, they grew up not really financially stable. And I don't know that they're like super rich now, but they're definitely at least financially stable, but they're still so generous with everything that they have. It's almost like, well, they feel really blessed to even be at the level of like financial stability they're at. And so they want to kind of share it with the people that they care about. So this person is the kind of person to like throw dinner parties a lot where they feed all of their friends. But I'm also hearing that their love language could be gift giving. So they like giving you little gifts. Like I said, they could be writing poems for you and giving you like little poems, but also just little gifts, like things throughout the day to show that they're thinking of you. So it doesn't even have to be anything big. It could be like, I went to the grocery store and I got you your favorite like special drink because I was there and I was thinking of you. That kind of thing. So this person, definitely very generous. And then with your love oracle cards, We got date, which says meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, plan/set a date. So I am hearing for most of you, this is a new person. And also on this card, this person is wearing a suit with a suit jacket. So again, just confirms to me that this person definitely is from someplace that is colder than where you grew up. So probably like up north of the equator, could be like somewhere in Europe or like Russia or something. And with the next love oracle card is sunglasses, which is watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focus out. So this is your soulmate. I do not believe that your soulmate is going to be like bad for you. I just don't think that the universe would do that to us. So I'm going to ignore the stalking and gaslighting, because this person, I promise you, your soulmate is not someone who's going to stalk and gaslight you. It's just not. But more strongly, I'm just hearing watching and looking. So I think probably this person, they're new, but there's someone who's going to have their eye on you for a while before they fully approach you. And with the Chariot here, I do feel like, you know, they're someone who, once they set their mind to something, they really go after it. So I feel like they see you and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be with this person. like they go out of their way to come and be with you. And I'm also hearing that the sunglasses kind of goes with the moon in reverse, because the sunglasses kind of, you know, it makes everything darker. It makes everything less bright. And I'm hearing that with the moon, like I said, there's hidden things. This person might come across as like very deep and scorpionic, like I said. So again, there's the Scorpio energy coming off. But in reality, they're just very open and they're not afraid to divulge things that other people feel like they need to keep secret. And on the King of Cups card here, we have, this is the Vivian, if anyone watches Drag Race, but the original costume she's wearing is supposed to be like a rain cloud. But every time I look at this, I keep thinking iceberg. So I'm hearing that this person could really like the movie Titanic, actually, which I've never seen. So I don't really know if it's good or not. But I'm also hearing that this person, when you come into their life, it's like you, like, okay, if they were like the Titanic, they were like the boat. They're kind of going on this like very straight path and they don't have anything in the way, and then all of a sudden you pop up and it's like, oh, I have to like stop and be with this person. I have to like figure out how to incorporate this person into my life. So that's what I'm hearing, is that you represent like something that put them off of their path, and not in a bad way. It's like, I feel like maybe this person got used to living kind of by themselves or in like a very specific way, and then you shake things up for them and they're really grateful for that. So a very cute pile. All right, that is it for my pile threes. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I put out a new video once a week. Thank you. Take care. If you selected pile 4, the King of Pentacles, welcome to your reading. Your tarot cards are the Nine of Wands, the King of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Swords. Your love oracle cards are Wedding Rings and Twin Flames. All right, my pile 4s, let's figure out who your soulmate is. So right off the bat with this Nine of Wands, I'm hearing that this person has their guard up. They're like, they don't really have a large group of friends. They're pretty selective about who they let be around them or who they hang out with. So they're not the kind of person who just becomes friends with everyone. And I don't think it's because they're standoffish. I think it's just that they're really protective of themselves. And by extension, I'm hearing that they're also very protective of you. And with 2 kings in this spread, and also the king as your pile marker, I'm hearing that this person is probably older than you. And because of that, they definitely have this almost like paternalistic or maternal, I guess, drive to like take care of you and like shield you from other people. So they're the kind of person who, like, if you went to a party, they they might be a little bit of a jealous type, so they wouldn't want someone of like a gender that you're interested in romantically to come and like be flirting with you. Like, they feel pretty like possessive and protective over you, but I don't think in a way that's like problematic. And I'm also hearing with this Nine of Wands that this person could have they could be someone that dealt with a lot of illness like when they were younger, or they could have some kind of disability now, and I don't think that it's like super serious. Like, it's something that they manage pretty well by themselves in the day-to-day, but it could be, you know, something that impacts their life that they know about. So, for example, they could have like chronic pain, like fibromyalgia or something, or they could have like be like deaf in one ear or something along the lines of that. But that's for a select few of you. I'm just hearing that. And I'm also hearing that this person could be interested in like martial arts or boxing or something kind of physical like that, where it's like a workout where you're supposed to beat people up, basically. I don't think that they're violent, but I do think that they like having that skill where they can defend themselves and you if it needs to come down to it. But again, I don't think that there's someone who is violent for no reason. I don't think that they're like outside just randomly attacking people like Ezra Miller style, you know what I mean? And with the next card in your spread, we have this King of Cups. And I'm hearing very strongly that this person, the two signs that I'm getting the most are Scorpio and Aquarius. So Scorpio is coming from this King of Cups, and also on the Wheel of Fortune, we have the symbol for Scorpio in the top right corner. So hearing very strongly, King of Cups, he could be a Scorpio, your soulmate, or she, or they. Sorry, I didn't mean to use gender pronouns just then, but this person does have very masculine energy, so I feel like for most of you it will be a man. But again, I'm inclusive, so if you're not interested in men, it could just be, you know, a masculine person or a non-binary person or a woman, you know, whatever you're into. So with the, like I said, this person could be a Scorpio or have a very strong Scorpio placement, so Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in their natal chart. And I'm hearing that they are pretty romantic. They have, they're very good at like expressing their feelings in little romantic ways. They're the kind of person who wants to like watch rom-coms and recreate them. So they like going on pretty traditional dates. So going to a nice restaurant or seeing like a rom-com together, going on a picnic in the park, spending time cuddled up. This person, especially paired with the King of Pentacles, they're kind of interested in like domestic romance. So they really are just the type to really want to like curl up on the couch with you under like a nice fuzzy blanket and watch a cute rom-com and eat like a really yummy meal, like a really good like pasta, like a really nice spaghetti, and cuddle and spend time together and talk about your childhoods and all the things that you want from the future. This person's definitely interested in, they're very nostalgic is something that I just heard. So like they're the kind of person to make scrapbooks of like pictures of you together, or they are really sentimental gift givers. So they're the kind of person who would like write you a letter, or they heard you talk about how this one thing was like your favorite toy when you were a kid, so they like buy the vintage one off of eBay and like decorate it with, I don't know, they're just like very specific. Like I'm hearing that they're very good gift givers because they really like learning about your past and like planning with the future with you, and so they take all these memories that they have about you and the things that you like or don't like, and they apply them to things that they give to you. So everything's really like sentimental and carefully thought out is what I'm hearing. And this person just has a very gentle personality generally. Like, they're, despite being very protective and kind of being interested in like personal defense for some of them, they are really like very chill and laid back in person. They just, I think their jealousy is almost like a little secret. Like they wouldn't be like, hey, you need to step away from my partner. They'd be like, hey babe, like, do you want me to get you a new drink? And they like come over and wrap their arm around you or hold your hand or something, just to kind of make it known that you're taken. And with this Two of Cups in the middle of your spread, I mean, this is like a beautiful couple card. And with a lighthouse in the background, I'm always hearing, when I see this card, I always hear that, you know, if you're lost, you can come to me, I will help guide you. So this person is always like, if you're ever upset, if you ever feel like you don't know what to do, I will always try to help you figure it out. This person really values your safety and your comfort and your happiness. And this is an equal give and take relationship, which I'm hearing is something that maybe in the past you haven't really experienced. Like, you've been the one to put in all of the work or to be the most emotionally vulnerable, and you didn't feel like the other person was giving you the same thing in return. But this person is approaching you fully with vulnerability, and they're also putting in just as much effort as you are. And something that I'm hearing appearance-wise for this pile is that this person, regardless of ethnicity, they have like darker skin for that ethnicity. So, for example, if they're like a white person, they're probably pretty tan. If they're Asian, they're probably, they could be like Southeast Asian. You know, like just the skin tone is darker or has more like red undertones than like yellow. And if they're black, they could just have like darker skin instead of lighter, I guess. And but that's something that I'm picking up, is that this person has darker features just generally. So probably they have darkly colored hair also, so black or brown, and darker eyes. I mean, it could be like blue eyes, but it would be like dark blue eyes. And I'm also hearing that this person could have really great, like, fluffy hair. Might be a little bit long. Even if they are masculine, it could be like down to their shoulders or longer. Just like really voluminous hair is what I'm hearing. And with this next card in your spread, the Wheel of Fortune, this is representative of Sagittarius, which is all about travel and philosophy. So I'm hearing that one of the things that they want to do with you as a couple is travel. But I don't think that it's like I had another pile where I picked up that they like to travel too, but that pile wanted to travel to other countries. I'm getting more like this person wants to like go to the beach with you a lot, like your closest beach. Like, maybe not travel anything crazy, but they're definitely interested in like taking you out of like outside of the world that you're like enveloped in all the time. Like, it's like you know those episodes of TV shows, like maybe it's set in like New York City or something, and then they have one episode where they all go to like the Hamptons or they go back to their hometown or something. It's like that. Like this person just wants to be able to remove you from the stresses of your day-to-day life and spend time with you in a more relaxed state. So I am hearing that they do like taking you to new locations. And with the Wheel of Fortune also, this person could be like well-known. Like, they might have a lot of followers on social media, or they are just really respected in whatever field that they're in. Or if they're like a student, like they could be kind of popular in school, but overall this person's just pretty well respected. And I'm also hearing that this person is pretty lucky, and they might be like kind of well off financially, especially paired with this King of Pentacles. And with this last card in your spread being the King of Swords, having two kings in this pile tells me that this person is very well-rounded, and it kind of goes along with the Wheel of Fortune thing where I said that they're really well-respected because people do see them as someone who is well-rounded and like really good at whatever it is that they do or whatever it is that they're known for. And I'm also hearing, because the King of Swords is representative of Aquarius, and we also have the symbol for Aquarius in the top left corner of the Wheel of Fortune, I'm hearing that this person could be kind of like a gamer, or they're interested in technology, or they could work in technology. They could be like a programmer or developer or an engineer of some kind, and they are also interested in just like new things and finding the best new things and working on self-improvement. So it could be the reason why that they're interested in something like boxing or another form of martial arts. And also with the double Aquarius represented in this pile, I'm also hearing that this person is pretty stylish, or they dress in a way that makes them kind of stand out from other people. Like generally they just stand out from other people physically, appearance-wise, and also in their personality, and not in like a weird way where everyone's like, this person is absolutely bonkers. It's like, this person seems so cool, they seem so unique and so different from other people. So they probably have a really good sense of style that's definitely like their own, like they're not wearing the same thing as everyone else, and they just have a certain like charisma and uniqueness about them that other people find very captivating. And with your love oracle cards, the first card we got is wedding rings. So union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, and everlasting promise. So this goes with that Two of Cups. Like I said, this is an equal give and take, soul connection, eternal love, and you will definitely be getting married to this person. I also have a video called Who Will You Marry? So you can watch that and see if these piles kind of line up with whichever pile you chose there, or you can just get more details about this person that way. And for your second card, we got Twin Flames, which says yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. So before I get into this card, I just want to say that I do not believe in the concept of twin flames as it has been like set out by kind of the new age spiritual community, because I feel like sometimes when people describe twin flames, they're like, it's this relationship that's gonna like tear you down and put you through hell basically. And I do not support that. I feel like sometimes people use twin flames as a way to make a relationship that is toxic or back and forth or drains you. They use it as a way to make it seem like it's divinely structured, and I do not believe that the universe, the divine, whatever it is that you want to call it, is going to intentionally like be like, no, you have to be with this person that's going to treat you terribly. I mean, I do think that we end up in relationships that maybe aren't great because it is learning experiences for us, but I do not think that we are like tethered to a person who drains us emotionally or makes us feel bad about ourselves. So I'm going to read this card in the context of how I feel about soulmates and with the description in mind rather than focusing on the twin flame part. So again, yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. So with the zen, like I said with the King of Cups, I do feel like this person is very chill and laid back. They're not someone who like raises their voice ever. When they are upset about something, they can speak about it really calmly. Like they don't get violent, they don't slam doors, they don't get loud. This person is very laid back and they're more interested in resolving something instead of letting it like take over them or like really impact their behavior in a negative way. So that's a really good trait to have. And also with the duality, the coupling, the complementing each other, that goes with this Two of Cups. Like I said again, I really think that this person is like a perfect match for you. When you feel off balance, when you feel like you don't know which way to go, this person helps guide you. And I think also vice versa. And I think that this will be a really loving, affectionate relationship where this person is very protective of you and your well-being, like I said with the Nine of Wands. And overall, this is a really beautiful reading. All right, my pile force, that is it. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I put out a new video once a week. Thank you. Take care.